In episode 5 of How to Care for a Mummy, we see Sora determine that he needs to learn to leave Mii-Kun home alone. And this has been a thing over the last 4 episodes that this mummy does not like to be home alone. He does not want to be left alone. He cries himself until he is dust, like so dry. And this is a thing, but Sora has determined that he's been here for a while. This is something we should do. Let's test it. So Sora goes to the store and sets a timer and tells Mii-Kun, I will be back when this one's here and this one's here. And he goes to the store. Well, things happen. He's a little later. And Mii-Kun is being so brave and handling being alone. And he's not crying because he was told that if he cried, he didn't cry. Rather, that he would get 2 bedtime stories instead of just 1. And he's being really brave. Sora ended up coming across another friend and another Oni, I think is what they're called, and brings them back to the house. Mii-Kun hears the door open and he goes, yay! And he starts running across the house and he sees Sora and he's so excited, and then he sees the other person and he starts freaking out. He starts realizing that this person's not supposed to see him. He's supposed to pretend to be a toy, and he really wants to cry, but he's not supposed to cry because if he cries, he can't have 2 bedtime stories, and he doesn't know what to do, but he's so glad to see Sora. And Mii-Kun just dissolves into tears. Not literally dissolves. He's just weeping because he's so overwhelmed. Today on Geek Devotions, we're going to talk about how to deal with being overwhelmed. Hello and welcome to Geek Devotions, the show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. I'm Celeste, and we are so glad that you have hit play today. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video out to anyone who you think might like this video, especially if they like How to Care for a Mummy, because I need more people to watch that. I need it to be more talked about because it's friggin' adorable. I love it. But that's beside the point. Don't forget to check us out on our socials, all the stuffs. We're everywhere. We do website stuff, you know. And if you don't, links below. This month is Tiny but Mighty Month, where we're talking about tiny characters who are mighty. And I think that this little mummy, Mii-Kun, mightiest feature is adorableness, but that's another story. Like we said in the intro, Mii-Kun was so overwhelmed by all his emotions, good and bad, that he burst into tears. The scene cuts to him and he's just standing there and there are 2 little streams pouring out of his face. It's so sad. And honestly, it's relatable. There are times when things happen, when life, situations, circumstances are just overwhelming, and it has to come out. Sometimes it comes out with tears, sometimes it comes out with anger, sometimes it comes out funny and we're not sure what's going on. We know that scriptures give us guidance for this. In 1 Peter 5:7, it says, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. Now this is a great verse, and it sounds fantastic, and it's comforting, and it's fluffy, but we're gonna break it down into something that's practical, because you know here at Geek Devotions, we love verses that tell you what to do, but sometimes, what does casting cares mean? Things just need to be explained, so that's what we're gonna do. First thing, step back, take a breath. A good, deep breath helps you to stop in the moment and calm down. Just take a step back. It also physically tells your body that it's okay, because when you panic, you don't breathe as well. But if you take a deep breath, you're getting oxygen to all the places that need oxygen. So it's a good practical thing to do. Number 2, talk to somebody. If life is overwhelming you, find somebody you can talk to. Find somebody who is willing to either help and or listen. Because sometimes you don't need somebody to actually come in with a solution, but you need somebody to listen. And sometimes just voicing the problems help. Just talking about it to somebody, getting it out in the open helps. Number 3 is this. Use the discussion and the breathing to mentally take a step back and go, why am I overwhelmed? What's making me overwhelmed specifically? And if you can change it, do it. If it's something that shouldn't be overwhelming you, try to figure out what it is. Because life can be overwhelming, but we don't always want to end up into little tear puddles in the entryway, like Mii-Kun did. And lastly, this, pray. Talking to a person is important, but talking to God is more important, because he's the one who has ultimately the solutions. And again, sometimes just voicing what's going on helps. Okay guys, that was your devotion for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check us out on all of the socials. We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. I've lost count. All the things. We have all the things. Also, check out the website. We have articles. We have book reviews that should be coming up soon. Lots of stuff going on. All of the podcasts. Just the website is the hub for all of that, so go check it out. It is now time for the question of the week. The week. Question of the week is this: if you could have a tiny, adorable creature, what would it be? I think we all know that I would have a dragon. It would be a dragon. In this episode, there's an Oni that's a dragon that's introduced, and he is adorable, and I love him, and I want him. He looks like a Pokemon whose name I can't think of at the moment, but he's adorable. I'm gonna get Dallas to put a picture of that Pokemon up once I think of its name. Okay guys, well, all that being said, stay devoted. Peace and love.